What's up, guys? Foggy Train here. Today, I'm at McDonald's, but the real thing is I want to review Black Panther finally. It's been long enough. I hadn't taken the time to, so I figure while I'm here, eating my food, I might as well get into it. Before I even get into that, Man, these are some good fries. I'm at the McDonald's in Jonesboro, Louisiana, so way up north. First thing I notice when I get in, there's no mat, so the floor is super slippery, but it's also sticky. Like my feet, I have to like rip off of the ground because it's so sticky. And there's flies flying around, and there's just trash all over the floor. This might be the most disgusting McDonald's I've ever been to. There was even like literally they tried to wipe off the counters, but like with I guess a wet towel or something. It was disgusting. And then when I tried to pour my drink, I tried to get Dr. Pepper, and it was just the most thin shit. Like it was like barely even had a brown tint to it. It was pretty much just like soda water. But anyway, also last thing, they like didn't even show that I always order through the app. They didn't even show that there was an order that I had placed an order on there. They just handed me my drink after like 5 minutes of me waiting there, or my cup, I guess. And then I was just waiting there for another like 10 minutes, hoping that they even had my order, because no one works the registers anymore, like at all. They just go up and they look, and then they just walk back, even though I'm standing in front of the register, like waiting to ask if they have my order. But anyway, they eventually brought it out, and here I am. And the fries are pretty good. Let's get into Black Panther. Black Panther focuses around Wakanda and Black Panther's T'Challa, his sister, and the Queen after the loss of Black Panther. The way they explain his death in the MCU is some kind of mysterious illness. They don't really get into it, but I think they play that really well. I think some of the best moments in this movie, absolutely are the emotional moments that play out fantastic. They do a wonderful job with that. Every tribute, I think there's like maybe two or three tributes where they'll just like sorry, spoiler, you can just skip ahead like 10-15 seconds if you don't want to hear this, but the intro, you know how Marvel usually it shows the Marvel logo and then it plays the song. It's completely silent, and it just shows images of Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, flashing through. I thought that was an amazing way to do it. I think they handled it really, really well in a very respectful way. The whole movie felt like just it was paying respect to him, but while also creating a new story that didn't feel super Marvel-y. The worst aspects of the movie, I would say, was some of the dialogue, and it was hard to kind of gauge the power level of Talokan. I watched a Critical's review, and he was saying how he felt like Wakanda could have just absolutely crushed them just because they were so technologically advanced, or they seemed like they would have been, because you don't really see much of Talokan's advancements and stuff. But my point of view, I feel like Talokan could have completely just crushed the whole world. They seem, as far as we can tell, they're like invincible, because there's a fight scene, not to get into too much spoilers, but there's 3 people from Talokan that are like stabbed, and like you believe they're dead, and then they just get back up, and they seem to be completely fine. So it's like, how do you even fight that? They don't explain how they're supposed to beat them. I don't know. Namor, fantastic. I thought he was great. That's another thing that I disagree with Critical on. I thought Namor was awesome. I don't need to feel super sympathetic for every character, and like, yeah, this guy has a backstory that makes you like, man, this sucks. But at the same time, that does not correlate at all to you needing to burn the whole like above ground world, you know? I think he's super cool. I think the little wings on his like ankles are super dope. The way that he flies is really cool. I do wish they would have shown a little bit more of him doing badass stuff, but thought it was pretty cool. Only other negative, really, I would say would be the humor. There isn't a whole lot of humor in this movie, but which I can appreciate. It feels like it's taking itself serious, and that's a very good thing. As you could tell, there was just a lot of care and thought put into this movie that I thought was great. But the humor, I didn't feel landed. To me, it felt like they had just worked on the entire script and then went back and they were like, oh wait, no, this is Marvel, so it needs to be funny. So they just kind of ham-fisted in some little jokes here and there that just didn't really fit, didn't really work. But other than that, the dialogue pretty much all around was fantastic. Let me think of anything else. Any other key points? The end credit scene, there's only one, which I think they did a good job with that, because that really helped it keep its weight. I think that the end credit scene was also done very, very well, and so many like awesome moments that are just super meaningful. I was talking to my friend on the side of me. I was trying to tell him, like, man, this is sad, but like I was too choked up to even say it, so I was just there like like very good, very, very emotional movie. The action sequences are fantastic. The only thing that was kind of weak was there was one scene where they're on like this boat. I'm trying not to get into too much spoilers, but then the main fight scene, which obviously you know, the Black Panther and Namor are going to end up fighting. That's not really a spoiler. That fight was fantastic. So cool. I just wish it lasted a little bit longer, but it did last a decent length. It's not like it was like super short or anything, but when there's a fight that's good as that, I just want to see more. But I mean, out of 10, with how few negatives there really were in this movie, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10, and it's actually sat with me for a little while. So it's not like there's any shine on there that's still on. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think it was a great movie. I don't think it was held back by much. But the only other negative I could think of, I'm just remembering, was another plot line that was just kind of setting something up, but it didn't really feel needed at all. And it also kind of played it more into that forced comedy here and there. But even still, it's not a very big issue. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I thought this movie was fantastic. If you are looking for a movie to watch, you haven't seen it yet, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, check it out, definitely. 9 out of 10. Tell your friends. And that's about it. Thanks.